Today's job, I'm down in an old cellar. It was an old rock wall and they smashed through it to put the addition on. Well, they squared this end off, but they never squared this end off, and they're going to sell the house, and they just want it to look a lot better and square it off. It's an old school way of doing things. I just came down here with some extra brick and extra cement. 2-3 hours I was done. Had to come down the next day and do something else. I just plastered over it and I finished it. So it's the old school way of doing things, and I'm going to kind of do it in real time because it didn't take me that long. Show you how I did it, and you make your own opinions there. So here we go. Okay, let's look at what's going on. We're down here in one of these old cellars where they have the old stone, and then they poured a little concrete up on top. Went all the way down to the floor, but they put an addition on, and when they put an addition on, they cut through here, and they built this up here. But what they don't like is this jagged out like that. It just looks old and ugly. They don't want nothing fancy, they just want to kind of square it up like that side. So what we're going to do is just probably knock this off of here, get some old brick or something and square it up. So I don't know how hard this is. This is just old lime mortar. Looks like someone put some extra stuff in there. Here I'm gonna just kind of wiggle it out. You know, usually a crowbar. You ever seen my video breaking out of prison for beginners? I used to show you how to get in and out of these things fast, but the Bureau of Labor of Industry, or I mean the prison officials, weren't too happy about that. Let's see if we can't knock this out of here. Oh, here we go. That's that. So let's check it out. Almost. And you don't go to stone, you don't have to hit it hard, you just kind of work your way in, and that's it. You'll get it. Doing here. Let's see. Okay, close enough. That'll all work. So I'm just going to clean this up, get rid of it, and then mix my cement. Alright, let's just kind of wipe it off here. I'm not too worried about loose stuff because it's down the cellar. So I get the dust off of it. That's it. The dust off of it. And then we're just going to build up here with our brick, kind of square it off just so it looks a little better. Not going to make a big project or a big deal out of it. Now I'm going to go mix my cement. Now I'm making my own mix. This is a full bucket of masonry sand, and I'm using a half a bucket of S mortar and Portland combined. So it's just 2 to 1. Doesn't matter what you do down here, it's all downstairs. There's no weather getting to it. So I'm just going to mix it up and that's what I'm going to use. Alright, that's it. So what we're doing, that should be fine. First thing I'm going to do is just wet this. Because it ain't going to stick unless I wet it a little bit. See how the water kind of bounces off of it? Got to kind of sink in there. That's loose, isn't it? And I know it's going to stick. Not worried about the brickwork or anything. It don't have to be perfect. All we're doing is boxing it in. That's all. I'll do it up here a little bit. May have to do it later. And that's it. I'm going to start right about here. Don't have to be perfect. We're just going to kind of tie this in. It's got to go up like this. So I'm going to cheat a little bit. I think that's close enough. I'm going to go this way with it. You see, it doesn't matter what I use or how I use. You don't have to wet the brick. I'm just going to kind of box this all in. And then when they're walking through this door, it don't look like heck. Now we could take some of the old stonework and shove it in there. That's not a big deal. Maybe we'll go this way with it. Put a piece in there. That'll work. See that? That'll work. We're just going to go straight up. Wherever it lands, that's okay. Not a big deal. Just going to box it in. Then over here, I'm going to box it in over here. Put this one in. Something like that. Just take it right out of the wheelbarrow. Put it in. These bricks suck up, these kind of bricks, they suck up the moisture pretty quick. That's why we don't wet the bricks. So I want to be like about over here with it. I won't be measuring too much after this. Now I got to kind of box this out a little bit. What do we got? Here's an old piece of stone. Put that in there like that. In. We'll go this way a little bit. Use a short, older brick, I guess you could say. Think about that. And we'll tie this in a little bit. Like that. I'm not doing anything different. I'm not doing anything different than the way they built the old buildings. It's the same stuff. As long as it all comes out at the end, we don't really care. Now we wet that so we know we could plaster that up a little bit. And, like I said, take some of this old stuff, shove it in there. That ain't hurting nothing. Okay. Go right on top here. All basic masonry. That's going to go over there. Look at this. Take an old piece of stone. Perfect. Let me see, we'll go in here with this. That'll work almost. Like that. No big deal. Need a little piece up there to level it all out. Take a stone. Just like that. There, now we're kind of level. So now we can bridge it. Need a piece back here. Put a piece back there. And then we'll get some of these old stones and fill the back in. Now we know that's good. Okay, now we're going to go that way. Get another brick. Let's just see how we're going here. Okay, we're going to kind of keep leaning this in so it goes with the wall. So we're going to cheat. We don't really care what happens as long as it ends up on the end like that. See that? Just doing regular, basically fill-in masonry work. With that, okay, we're doing good. We won't fill the back in with junk. The old stuff that fell off the thing. Fill it in with junk. That's what they did with the old castles, the old cathedrals, everything. That's the way the Masons did it. Fill it in with pieces, it don't matter. So now, let's see here. Put a piece in there to choke it a little bit. Now we're going to go this way. Okay, we're continuing on. No matter what we put in here. Anything that works. Look at this. Here's an old piece of block. Looks good to me. We're kind of pyramiding it up to that point. See it? Not trying to make no big deal out of it. Anything that works. There's one there. Now we want to reach that height. Now, we want to reach that height. Here's a stone. So maybe I'll throw that stone in. See that? Look at that. Perfect. So I'll get it covered anyway. Then over here, let's see, here's a piece of stone here laying around. Right in there, perfect. This will go in the back, right? Throw some other stuff in the back. This is what the old timers did. When they were building these old cellars, it's exactly what they did. They put the cement on the outside and then they choked it. So now we're going to keep continuing on. I'm going to move in a little bit like that. Let's see. That don't fit, so make it fit. Perfect. Still moving in this way towards the thing. Now we're continuing on. Remember, if you go like that, the cement sticks. You know, I gotta keep preaching that stuff. You know, the cement sticks. Over here, I gotta put this one in. You gotta go inside. You want the cement to stick. Put it on top. Shove it in. Don't gotta be perfect, just gotta be pretty good. We got this. Let's shove this in here like that. No big deal. Shove that in. We're building it up. That's all we're doing. This is wet. You can throw it right in there. See? Like that. Okay. We're going to go like that a little bit. Take this down. Not too much. I go too much there. Too much. Nope. There we go. See, we're working our way sideways up into there. Not worried about it being level. You know, we want it decent, but are we level? Yeah, like that. No big deal. Now here, we're going to wet this a little bit. We're going to want it to stick up here. We don't care if the ledge hangs out. Like that. And let's just do the faces here. Alright, because we're going to plaster this up a little bit. Let's see. The whole thing's going to get plastered. We'll fill the big holes in now. Like that. That'll give us time to set because I'm running out of cement here. This, that's got to go. Like that. See, it's all coming together. With this, so we get a corner on it. Now we want to go in that way. He said we could fill this all with junk. It don't matter as long as it works. Pieces of this, pieces of that. No big deal. Build it back up a little bit. That's okay. Now we got to bridge this. Right. I'm going to bridge that. How are we doing here? Are we doing it? Yeah, we're okay. See if I'm off a lot. No, I'm right on. That's okay. I'm going to go over here. Look at that. Use a piece of block. Here, get over here a little bit. Have to use that there. Oops. Right there. All right, that was okay. Now I'm gotta get back here a little bit and build it out. Doesn't matter what we use. You see? Pieces of brick like that. No big deal. Now kind of wet it again. I want it to stick up there. It doesn't have to stick up there, but we want it to. Okay. Let's see, put a little piece in there like that. I'm getting to the top. And let's see, a little piece in there like that. I don't know if we got any skinny pieces. Here's a skinny piece. Put that in there like that. And we'll get the hammer. Put a little block like that. And then we're gonna, since we wet this, we're gonna kind of plaster that. That's gonna make that stick, because we wet it. See? Once it's sticking on there, we're good. Like that. That's it. Get out here a little bit. Alright, kind of got it to where we want it to be. So now I'll just wet the surface a little bit, right? And then we're going to plaster it. And let that plaster stick. that. Some of it's wet, so we're going to get the big spots. That's it. Alright, now we'll go over here and do this side. Same thing, we'll kind of wet everything. Just like that. You wet it. Alright. Now we're going to make that stick. Just like that. We're going to take this, put it in there, take this, throw it in there, patch it up. Jimmy. I'm just going to get the sponge and go over the rough spots because you got to come back tomorrow and just put another coat right over it because it's going to shrink up and that'll be the end of it. See that? I'm going to take care of that tomorrow. Because I got a little space. See, it's cracking. I won't be able to stop that. So I'm just going to let it go till tomorrow and get the heavy things first. Just like that. Okay, we're back the next day. We wanted to kind of mimic this so it wasn't sharp and ugly looking. And we're going to plaster this again. But you can see up here why it can't be finished. You get shrinkage cracks right here. But when we go over this again, you won't see that anymore. So I'm just going to mix up a little more and do a little more plaster and we're done. Now we're going to wet it. You want cement to stick like this. Yeah, we've got to wet it. We're down the cellar, it's not a big deal. I'm just going to wet it up. Once we wet it up, like that, I'm just going to plaster it like this. Filling all them holes. Just make it look a little bit better, that's all. Okay, we're going to let that set a little while. I'll finish it up and then we'll just sponge it. Down here I got 3 other jobs like this going. I'm just going to sponge it. That's all. See that? Blend it in. No big deal. I'll let that dry up and then they could paint it if they want, or just leave it this way. It don't matter, but this is what you call the old school way of filling in old school walls. So that's it, we're all finished. Squared it off. Owners could do what they want. They could paint it or whatever, continue to plaster the wall, whatever they want to do. So I just want to show you how the old school way of doing things is done today. Thanks for watching. I'm Mike Haduck. I'll see you next video.